Secretary for the administration also meet the press together with other senior officials. I would like to make a few important points. Start from yesterday, I met some of the senior officials. Actually, it is the police commissioner. You may notice that, start from today, the State Council has appointed Mr. Dang Bensing to be the new police commissioner. So even though yesterday he was the deputy police commissioner, I have a very close contact with him. Under such a difficult situation, I want to say we have two important principles to stick to. First, we have to resolve all of those disputes in a peaceful manner. We do hope that we want to resolve all of those problems in a peaceful way. Because we are not the party who control the situation. Because the writers who are staying in the Polytechnic University, they are conducting deadly attack. It is very difficult for us to conduct a peaceful operation. But still, this is our expectation. We want to resolve all the problems in a peaceful way. We do have many problems and challenges ahead of them. And for many times, we have made appeal to people who are staying in the Polytechnic University if they can drop weapons, if they can leave the campus in a peaceful way, the police will not resort to violence. So in that case, this situation can be handled in a peaceful way. As for the second principle, we understand that inside of the Polytechnic University, some people are injured, they need medical care, and some people are underage. I had a discussion with the police commissioner that we need to take a more humanitarian way to deal with these people, to help them leave the university in a peaceful manner. If we found someone who are injured, we will call the Fire Service Bureau and the Medical Service Bureau. And yesterday afternoon, we also arranged the Red Cross Union to enter into the university to provide first aid service and help them to leave the campus. For these people, first of all, we will send these people to the hospital. Later on, the police will follow up the case, for example, to conduct investigation or arrest these suspected rioters. For those underage personnel, we will also want to handle the situation in a humanitarian way. We have contact with them. For example, we will reach out to the principals of the middle school, and also we will contact some of the press figures. Hopefully, these people can persuade the students leave the university. We just want to spread out the information that if these people are not using violence, if they can follow the instruction and leave the campus peacefully, then the police will only register the identity and these people can leave the campus immediately. But of course, we will prosecute these people in the future. Because during clashes, it is very difficult to see whether these underage personnel are breaking the laws. So these are the two major principles. But I have to emphasize that if we want to handle the situation in a peaceful way, then we need the people who are staying in the university to leave the campus so that these people will not be treated by violence. Next, I will update you some of the figures. As of this morning, I got some information from the police. Around 600 people left Polytechnic University. 200 people out of them are underage. That is to say, they're under 80-year-old. So these people are leaving the university in a peaceful way. And some of them left the campus accompanied by the principal or senior officials. We also offer officers from the social workers. So these people just register their identity and they can leave. At that time, the police are not making some arrest. This is a special arrangement. During the operation of the police, they actually reiterate that all of those people will face legal charges. But we have to consider the current situation and the age of the routers. So we are not arresting these people immediately. For people who are above 80-year-old, the police will arrest them immediately. Some of them may surrender to the police. And some people may want to escape from the Polytechnic University. Sometimes they resort to violence, and the police arrest these people. So the police arrested about 400 people. So as I've just said, 200 people are under the age of 18, and 400 out of them are above 80-year-old. Now we cannot get the full picture of the situation of the Polytechnic University, but as of now, maybe around 100 people still staying in the university. Still, we have to stick to the two principles to handle the situation. We really want to peacefully handle the situation. And we hope within the 100 people, if some people are under 80-year-old, we would like to handle the situation in a peaceful way. And some of the principals and senior officials will provide assistance to those people so that these people can leave the university in a peaceful way. But of course, we will find more alternative way to persuade these people leave the campus.
Okay, I'll just say a few words in English. Well, in the course of the police operation regarding the Polytechnic University, I have reached an understanding with the Commissioner of Police in dealing with this very difficult operation, which is justified on the basis of putting an end to the violence that we have seen over these months. In fact, the Polytechnic University campus has been seized for quite some time already, and we are extremely worried about the dangerous situation in the campus. So the two important principles that I have laid out for the police operation, the first is of course to have a peaceful resolution as far as possible. This objective could only be achieved with the full cooperation of the protesters, including of course the rioters, that they have to stop violence, give up their weapons, and come out peacefully and take the instructions from the police. The second principle is a very exceptional one. Although the police have said that after the warning and so on, that anyone leaving the campus will have to be arrested. In light of the special circumstances, the age that is under 18 of a certain number of participants within the campus, and in order to achieve the objective of both a peaceful and sort of reconciliatory resolution, I have asked that the treatment to these underminers should be in a very humanitarian way. So we have arranged for principals and religious groups representatives to go into the campus to encourage and persuade these minors to come out peacefully. And if they come out peacefully, we will just put down the data. So we make a record of their personal data, and they may then leave the campus and return to home. We have not done any immediate arrest of these underage protesters or other participants within the campus. But of course, we will have to reserve the right to undertake further investigations in future. At the moment, as far as I could gather, there were about 600 people within the Polytechnic campus who have come out. About 200 of them are minors, and they have been subjected to the special arrangements that I have just referred to. And of the other 400 over 18, they have been immediately arrested, whether they came out peacefully on their own, surrendered themselves to the police, or they came out using their various methods and were caught by the police during this operation. The latest assessment given to me that perhaps there will be about 100 or so people still on campus. So I made a very strong plea that for every one of us who are concerned about the situation, we will use whatever means to continue to persuade and arrange for these remaining protesters to leave the campus as soon as possible, so that this whole operation could be able to end in a peaceful manner and lay the basis for the subsequent work by the police to stop violence in Hong Kong. Thank you very much.
而家提問時間，請大家用咪發問。前面呢位。
You've been watching Hong Kong Chief Executive Carrie Lam addressing the latest unrest in the city.